very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, November 19th, 2020, and I'm not going to bury the lead here, and thank you for Mark for taking up this story later in the episode, but today is International Men's Day, so congrats to all of us as men who do this podcast.
It was my pleasure, guys. It will be a great segment later on in the show. I can't wait.
We needed this one. We're
bookending this show, announcing International Men's
ladies.
Day at the top, finishing with it. Yeah.
It's Daddy's Day today.
Yeah.
You can
Gotta
have the
have
other
bare nuts to enjoy this one.
364.
Yeah, you get all the other days of the year. Men just get this one day, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll talk about how tough it is being a man later. Yeah.
We'll cover it in great detail. Pat's got a main story. I've got a main story. Then Wes and Mark in the lightning round. Get us going, Beeve.
Gentlemen, we are about 15 days since the election, 2020, and here is what's happening. As we know, Donald Trump has yet to concede, maintaining that he won the election. And the reason that it appears that Joe Biden won is because the whole damn thing was rigged. It was a sham, and his legal team is fighting the good fight, pretending that there is a way for them to overturn the election results while racking up billable hours at somewhere probably north of $350 an hour of donors' money. So I bet they're doing it with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're doing well, aren't they?
everybody's liking the checks for sure.
Yeah, I would love to get signed up on a team like that.
But then we talked about it in federal court. Attorneys can be held personally liable for bringing stuff they know is bullshit. So apparently he's having trouble retaining attorneys on the federal level.
Oh yeah,
He's got to go dirtier.
Don't worry, guys, because Rudy is in for life, and we're going to get to that. So let's get into it, guys. The main goal of the legal motions that his team has been bringing and the Republican Party's been bringing is to block or delay the certification of the results in battleground states. Let's kick it over to Arizona, the Grand Canyon state. So lawyers for the Republican Party are trying to block the certification results in the state's most populous county, Maricopa. They're asking for a new hand count of sampling of ballots. There's no ruling on that one. However, an audit has been completed by the county, and it found no discrepancies. A separate case attempting to delay certification was dismissed on the 13th. Okay. Now to Georgia on my mind. Guys, lawyers are claiming Georgia illegally changed the process for handling absentee ballots. That's their argument there. And their deputy secretary of state has pretty much said, quote, "This is a silly, baseless claim." And the ruling there is scheduled for today. Michigan, the Great Lakes state.
Well, didn't they find 2,600 votes
Twice. I think
couple
two counties
times.
found extra votes in Georgia.
Couple thousand extra votes that were mainly for Trump came in this week in Georgia.
Two counties, I think.
Yes.
There was
Yeah.
70 it was a county where Trump is like 70%,
Right.
70-30. So it wouldn't have done anything to change the whole outcome, but it fanned the fire for sure.
Right, for sure.
Fan the flames, guys. Michigan, the Great Lakes state, is alleging that election officials, quote, allowed fraud and incompetence to corrupt the conduct of the 2020 general election. And Trump's legal team alleges that their observers were prevented from being able to properly watch the vote during key moments.
So Detroit and Philly are basically getting the same treatment, right? It's like that's what I gather from the
That people couldn't watch, right? That's the big thing.
It's partly it, but Philly's getting a little bit of a different treatment because of who's there, but we're going to get to that. However, guys, Wayne County, where Detroit is, said fuck off on Tuesday and then canceled an event last night, a public hearing, so to speak, because they said, nope, we're buttoned up. It is what it is.
Is there a recount in Michigan, or does he have to pay for it, or what's
in Wisconsin? There's a recount going on.
We know there's a recount in Wisconsin.
There's not a recount in Michigan yet.
Is big enough where there wouldn't be.
He has to pay for it, right?
You have to pay for it in any instance, I'm pretty sure, but we're not there yet. The only official recount that's going down that they paid for yesterday is Wisconsin.
No, Georgia's doing a recount too, all by hand, right?
But I think that the Georgia recount
is due by November 20th.
Yeah.
And I think that's automatically triggered situation.
Yeah.
Nevada, the hard A state, lawyers are.
Nevada.
How did I fuck it up? Nevada, the hard A state, lawyers are straight up asking for a win here. Claiming that there were votes cast on behalf of dead people, election observers weren't close enough again, and that people on American Indian territories were illegally given incentives to vote. No ruling there. Pennsylvania, the Rum-Springer state. This one's in Rudy's hands, guys, because everyone else,
that's the X factor,
as you alluded to, walked off.
He hasn't left since the total landscaping thing. He's just there.
Dude, essentially, Rudy argued a case yesterday for the first time since the 1990s because every other lawyer jumped off this case, leaving just crazy Rudy. He went big, guys, alleging a nationwide conspiracy in court. That the Democrats are trying to steal the election. There's no ruling here, but the judge did cancel the hearing scheduled for today. So essentially, they're probably going to make a ruling. I guess there's going to be another hearing. The judge says we don't need to see any more of that.
Pennsylvania is a pretty wide margin, though, right? Like
it is.
Yeah,
it's a large marge.
Yeah,
it's like almost 2%, right?
Yeah, Michigan and Pennsylvania were in like the same boats because the Trump team is alleging Detroit and Philly basically are like,
but
like,
Michigan,
like black holes,
right,
where they weren't allowed in or whatever. And
he can talk shit about Michigan and Pennsylvania, but their margins are way too big.
Yeah, like a couple,
it's
100,000 votes.
Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin, Nevada are the ones that are the closer states.
I mean, Nevada, straight up, they're asking for a win. And Wayne County buttoned up their stuff in Detroit. They said, nope, we're done. Wisconsin, as we said, audits going on. The recounts going on needs to be done by December 1st. Biden's currently up 20,000 votes. Things are not looking good for Donald. But luckily, the hardcore and responsible journalists over at One American News Network, they shot a little hope on the election. If you're a follower of BNN, you must have seen this, but they reported that the election is in fact rigged, and the results were found overseas. The actual results, Bubba, will you play the clip?
U.S. Army forces went into Seidel and grabbed their server. There's some that believe this is the U.S. intelligence that manipulated all this.
New reports claim the real results of the 2020 U.S. election were found on a computer server that was seized by the U.S. military in Frankfurt, Germany. It shows a landslide victory for President Trump with a 410 electoral college vote, including liberal strongholds California and Minnesota. Reports say the data gathered by the U.S. military in Frankfurt provides enough evidence to overturn the election and expose the voter fraud committed by the Democrat Party.
So he only lost like 2 states.
No, yeah, he took 410
He won
votes.
48. He won 48. He won 48 out of 50 states.
That was a
You
very
guys recognize who that was? Who's pushing that is Texas rep Louis Gohmert, who is he's like the boomer redneck version of the Squad all by himself.
It was a very definitive looking chart. They kept flashing back to the same chart with just red,
so Wes,
higher.
Those numbers look close, though.
I cut the part out. That chart. This is what OAN was saying is new reports is a tweet from a congressional candidate, state candidate in Virginia that I guess is a QAnoner. That's what the reports are.
Well, they also have the electoral count at like 230 to 230. Like they haven't given any of the states to anyone.
Right, but dead on Gohmert being a total fuckboy. Like essentially, like Gohmert's trying to. If Trump wins, he wants to, make
He'll say
an upward climb from
most of he's
him.
just super charged up, and most of the stuff he says is just wild and crazy, just like the Squad on the other side. So
yeah.
So that 410 theory is everyone saying that the software, right, in the 33 states or whatever,
the Dominion voting systems
software.
thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also lots of
Dominion
like, I mean, if you follow Twitter, you can see tons of it, like sworn affidavits of people like taking Biden ballots and Trump ballots and putting them into Biden ballots. Even in the recount in Georgia, there's all kinds of crazy shit out there.
They're going to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah,
I think there's one thing we can all agree on all sides. Everyone should hopefully is that they need to fix the process going forward.
Cut back.
Yeah,
guys.
we're going to help fix it going forward with the cunt pack. I mean, there needs to be a better system of
No, seriously.
votes.
I was thinking about this the other day. Why don't they just all not be allowed to start counting the votes until they give you a total number of votes they received? And then that way you would
and
know.
It should match at the end, right?
Yeah. That way you would just have because then it could take as long as it wants. Also, want to remind people, fucking results aren't supposed to be certified yet. So like, although this has dragged out, and we were the only network to project a winner in an appropriate manner of time,
right?
Nobody else did. Now that's everybody else's problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's lonely at the top, Will.
It is, and election results don't get certified until the dates that they're supposed to be. California is not even scheduled to do it till December 11th, 3 days before the Electoral College votes. So
right, I think the thing is people are looking for concession, and also along the line of tabulating votes. Why does every state have to do it differently? It should probably be more like everyone does it the same, right?
Yeah.
At least they follow the same steps.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, but I
Sounds
think
like a lot of regulation, Mark. We don't like the
Cunt
government
pack.
telling us what to
Cunt
do
pack.
here.
We're gonna do it.
I was just gonna say the same thing. You conservatives, but you gentlemen wanting the states to not be able to dictate which way the election can go.
Bubba, cunt pack is for America. It's not for conservatives
It's a good
or
counter.
liberals
It's a
or
good counter.
for anybody else. It's for the red, white, and blue, my friend.
I don't want you to call me a Republican or a conservative ever again. I want you to call me an American.
Yeah.
I want to hear that out of your
I
mouth.
want
Bubba.
you to call me a cunt.
Yeah, I want you to call me a cunt.
A citizen who
apologies.
is united in what was the end for? National tabulate cunt. Just call me a cunt, Bubba.
I think the concession's
Yes, sir.
coming. I think the concession's coming before Thanksgiving.
We'll see. I doubt
really?
it, guys.
No fucking way.
No way. It's not happening.
I was hoping that it was, but I don't think so after recent weeks.
He's got what, $3 million in Wisconsin. He's throwing around all kinds of crazy money, man. He's not done yet.
Anyway, guys, fuckboy Louis Gohmert. He knows what happens if you go against Trump. That's probably why he's out there saying what he's saying. And
he's one of these people who's in like he's in a super red state, and his district is probably like so red he could say whatever the fuck he wants. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. It's like people on the other side who could never lose their jobs. Like you can just say anything you want when you're from certain districts and you're from certain parties.
It's also 2020. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
you can say whatever you want, pretend it's true, and who cares?
Well.
But he knows that if you go against Trump, what happens? You get fired, which is evident. Which was evidenced by the firing of the top cybersecurity nerd at Homeland Security this week, Christopher Krebs. Tuesday, he got canned for saying that the
Great breakfast name.
Oh yeah, dude. Krebs.
Yeah.
He said that the election was the most secure in U.S. history. That was a big no-no. So that guy's gone. I'm sure he didn't do much. Meanwhile, guys, Biden's team is unable to begin their transition because of Trump's refusal to concede the election, which is edging the woman who's tasked with signing off on the election, General Services Administrator Emily Murphy, who happens to be a Trump appointee, closer every day to a nervous breakdown. Inside sources are saying she is absolutely losing her shit. Really under a lot of pressure in the hot seat there.
Someone was asking us about the transition of power. She has to sign off on it, right? Like
she certifies the election. Yeah,
she
the election
certifies the
results.
election, right.
So, but Trump, however, the big deal, guys, is Trump at his own discretion allows the president-elect to receive the intelligence briefings, and that's the big fucking issue. Because in 2000, they gave the briefings to Gore and Bush, right? But Bush was still behind the eight ball in what happened in 2001.
Which they are now, right?
No, absolutely not. Biden is not getting the briefings because Trump will not allow them to get
but
briefings.
he is doing like mock briefings with his team, though.
He is talking to. He's been around a while, so he knows who to talk to.
He's getting leaks.
He's doing all he can.
Like he's got his team that he's hearing from every day, right?
He's got someone that goes straight from telling Trump the briefings to calling him on a phone or something like that.
That was definitely hearing from his team. He had a conversation with 13 national security advisors the other day. He's organizing on his own.
And that was the big news yesterday too, is that like all this flip-flopping with Lindsey Graham claiming that he wanted to throw out ballots. Now they're saying that he says that Trump should be giving Biden some security briefings or be allowed to do that. So Lindsey Graham's all over the fucking place, according to the media.
He's trying to ride the middle too. I mean, everybody, we're going to get into it in the next one about the governors, is trying to sort of ride that boat that Pat's talking about, not getting like totally demolished by Trump, but also
except for Louis Gohmert, who's claiming that the real election results are overseas on a server.
Everyone wants off
to his own drummer. Yeah,
everyone wants off a sinking ship, but then sometimes that sinking ship is Donald Trump, who can still just destroy you for the next 2 months. So
I bet he has a gun in the White House. I bet it's something like that. I bet he like puts it on the table. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of that, guys. But yeah, Biden, if he is our president, needs those briefings and he needs to transition to plan for COVID. So people are pissed about that. We'll see what happens.
They are going, but
are they going to be picture briefings
for Joey Bides?
Yeah.
They'd have to be pretty big pictures.
You gotta check out the new Kyle Dunnigan video. It's hilarious of Biden. His Biden impression is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, let's move it over to a segment we're calling "Hello, Governor" today, because it's about 3 current governors in the United States of America who are losing their minds, and it makes you want to ask them, Hello, governor. Is everything all right? So we're going to go
Will,
Nice.
why'd you pull out of the accent for Is Everything All Right?
I'll keep it going for the next time.
I
There's
would-
a lot of
yeah.
accents in this.
I would like it.
So we're going to go west to east this time. We're going to start out in the golden state of California, where we have Governor Gavin Newsom making waves for all the wrong reasons. You see that dinner party that we talked about last week at the French Laundry restaurant in Napa. Turns out he had the California Medical Association there as some of the guests. The CEO and the top lobbyists, that is, who have contributed millions of dollars to Gavin and his pals' campaigns, and also support all of his lockdown policies for COVID. And then they're also going to the dinner parties to violate lockdown parties with Gavin. Cool.
Do as
Cool.
I say. Do as I say. Not
It
as
was his
California Medical
birthday, Will.
Association and Gavin Newsom. Nice, guys. Millions of dollars. I hear it's a nice restaurant, French Laundry restaurant in Napa. Pat says it's
Okay,
really
we'll
good.
do a few bottles of wine. Yeah, well,
It's
okay.
the nicest one. You make
Yeah.
an exception there.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it sounds ritzy.
We'll just spend a couple hours here. It's okay.
It sounds
Okay.
ritzy. And then, funny enough, California is considering enacting a statewide curfew right now, and they have already enacted a travel restriction advisory. But another lobbying group. What's that?
So there's a travel restriction. So Gavin Newsom and all of his buddies are staying put, right?
They're supposed to, but Mark, there's another lobbying group called the Independent Voter Project, and they're having their annual Wine, Dine, and 69 all California state legislators in Hawaii this month that they do every month. Gavin's attended in the past, but it's an undisclosed number of Californian politicians who are going to go out and enjoy Hawaii this month.
I bet they get a lot. I bet they get a lot done on that Hawaiian conference trip.
Yeah,
Every month they do this?
they do it every November, Wes.
Okay.
It's the Independent Voter Project, some type of political action committee that is dedicated to making sure they have a good time in Hawaii so that they get.
They
things
start
done
looking
for
forward
them.
to it in April, but they go
Yeah.
in November. Yeah.
It's the Catalina wine mixer, basically,
Right.
and they're not canceling it for COVID.
Are you telling me that these guys could do a better party than Cunt Pack, though? Are you like they?
No,
there's
I
no
mean,
way.
This is why we need to
No.
get into the business because we would dominate.
No, yeah, we're gonna get the rival hotel and we're gonna out party the shit out of them. We're gonna purposely find the hotel next to them in Hawaii and,
we
and
should-
fuck with
Yeah.
them.
Just do it at the Sausage Castle. Cunt
No,
Pack
No,
is-
that's what. Yes, no.
There you go.
If you guys are okay with this, if you second, third, and fourth this motion, step one or action one of Cunt Pack is going to be bringing Mike Busey on. Mike Busey from the Sausage Castle on as
Oh.
an advisor.
He's
100%.
a key
Yeah.
cog. in the
Seconded.
Cunt Pack.
He
Yeah.
texted me hardcore pornography that he created yesterday. Just real.
You guys are on that level. He's just texting you porn.
I don't know that it's a very high level for him,
I
but
like it.
we text. Yeah.
personal sex tape level.
Nice. He's like, now you send me something you filmed.
I mean, you are a porn director now. You're in
That's
the
where he's
club.
going.
He thinks you're a porn director. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the club. So this trip to Hawaii, guys, it's an undisclosed number, like we were saying, but it's said to be far greater than the 12 who attended Gavin's birthday extravaganza at the French Laundry restaurant.
Yeah. Everyone
Napa.
signed up for the Hawaii trip. Yep.
So, hello, governor. Anybody home in there? Your
Yeah.
noggin,
It
your
was
empty
great.
noggin, Gavin Newsom. All right, next
Got a little
up.
British improv. I like that.
Next up, we'll take it down south to the peach state of Georgia. Again, Pat, we're going back down there, where Governor Brian Kemp is being mercilessly mocked by current President Donald Trump all the time. So Trump said on November 16th, Georgia won't let us look at the all-important signature match. Without that, the recount is meaningless. Open up the unconstitutional consent decree now at Brian Kemp, GA.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he tagged him. And then the
Oh,
next
no.
day, he follows up with this. He's quote tweeting about Brian Kemp's failing approval ratings. And he says, wow, Governor Kemp will hopefully see the light before it is too late. Must finally take charge. Two great senators who do so much for Georgia and truly love the USA are in a must-win battle with two incompetents who don't have a clue. Get it together, Kemp. And then another day passes and Trump hits him with this. The Georgia recount is a joke. It is being done under protest, even though thousands of fraudulent votes have been found. The real number is in matching signatures. Governor must open up the unconstitutional consent decree and call it in the legislature.
Why isn't he
So-
opening up the consent decree?
Yeah. So Kemp has not responded after being just fucking destroyed by Trump on Twitter for 3 days in a row.
Oh man,
And here's a verbal meme for you. Brian
Kemp hates
Kemp
this.
is the guy sweating over the 2 nuclear buttons, and one of them says cave and say that you ran a fraudulent election to make Trump happy, and the other one says just keep eating Trump tweets to the face. And I think he's gonna slam the keep eating.
Dude,
tweets.
the fucking politicians are such cuck little fucking bitches. They are such cuck bitches. They let a guy who'd never done the job before come into their industry, go to the top job, and then just bitch them all day long. He just bitches them.
But Kemp, I feel like, is almost created by Trump in a way. So Trump may feel like I brought you into this world, I can take you out kind of deal.
This
here.
hits a lot harder on a guy like Kemp who doesn't want Trump to be shitting on him, you know?
Because like Trump got a lot of help, or Kemp got a lot of help from Trump in his campaign, right, Bubba? You're down there in Georgia.
Oh yeah, definitely. But did you guys see the picture I sent while you guys were on radio today?
The
governor's mansion.
There are people protesting Kemp's house over.
Yeah, I feel like they were more, and it wasn't more of like a get Kemp out. It was like a fuck you, Kemp. We love Trump. Like it was all Trump signs. It was probably about a good 30 people. But it was all Trump signs and like more just like praise to Trump. Like keep hitting him hard.
I got another verbal meme. Just do like the Jordan Key.
The sweating guy?
Just the sweating. Like
it's just Kemp.
Yeah.
What do these people do for a living? That they have
do you know what they do, Pat? You know what they do?
Jordan, whatever.
They go to Kemp's house and they say, "Hello, governor. Anybody home in there? You got a brain on you, Brian Kemp?" They say no in Georgia. Finally, in the Empire State of New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo, the one with the nipple rings, probably, he got very flustered in an interview about why all New York City schools are shutting down as of today, starting today, wearing the lockdown turn up shirt, by the way. Don't forget Barstool Store. That goes to charity. Also the holiday sweaters. But yeah, so lockdown's coming back again because, you know, schools in New York City being canceled. Parents will probably have to stay home, adjust for that, whatever. Cuomo is being asked questions by reporters, and he got just very upset, didn't want to deal with it, basically saying it's all de Blasio's problem. Talk to him. And here's one of the gems that Cuomo dropped on these reporters. This is what he said. He said, if you're socially distant and you wore a mask and you were smart, none of this would be a problem. It's all self-imposed. If you don't eat the cheesecake, you wouldn't have a weight problem.
Wow.
So
that's a saying that has been passed down to the Cuomo boys for years, as you can see.
Yeah, that's why Cuomo is divorced, because what he didn't write there is Dash Carey, his ex-wife's name.
Yeah, he was giving her the eyes if she didn't order the salads type.
He
deal
was
for sure.
fat cheesecakes.
She'll take the salad.
Shaming. He was doing it all at once, which is just like, hello, governor. What the fuck are you thinking?
It's also you're the governor of New York, and you're insulting your state's dessert.
Right.
It's New York cheesecake, you fucking idiot. And why don't you insult like Black Forest?
Who can't
he goes, I can't help you, fat idiots.
Yep. Basically, that's a bad
pizza eating freaks. Like, what? Have some state pride, you asshole.
Look, I have an impossible job. I'm supposed to govern a bunch of fat idiots, and I can't. So
kind of what he said. And it's a bad plan because Melissa C. Rocha memed him to death immediately, replying to that quote. And it just said Cuomo's winter plan, and it was a homeless guy warming his hands over an oil drum of burning Cuomo books. So
nice. Nailed it.
That's pretty good. And
I don't can we talk? I don't think that was a great burn, because what Melissa's saying here is
you don't think so?
Cuomo's plan is to burn his own.
No. The homeless will burn his books. They'll be the only paper available for the poor homeless who are out in the streets catching COVID while everybody else is locked
Lots
down.
of copies available to be stolen from the store because no one's buying them. Right?
Yeah, but why would Cuomo put a plan together that would end in people burning his books?
It should have said New York's winter plan.
Right. Unintentionally, his plan is
thank you, Wes,
because he's allowing the freedom sucking de Blasio, I think is what they're getting at. But we're gonna end this on a positive note, fellas. Finally, like with all these bad governors, these three, we got a good news in the LO governor world, and that is that Matthew McConaughey has not ruled out a run for Texas governor. And this is what
hell yeah.
Yeah, this is what McConaughey said. He said,
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't be up to me. It would be up to the people more than it would be me. I would say this.
Oh,
Look, politics seems to be a broken business to me right now. And when politics redefines its purpose, I could be a hell of a lot more interested.
He might be the first person to get 100% of the vote.
Texas
Oh
governor elect.
God,
Matthew
he would
McConaughey.
fucking destroy. Can you imagine
It
what the
would be a
governor's
landslide.
mansion would be like? It would be it would be fucking party 24/7, bro. Game days at the governor's mansion.
His nephews Miller and Light would show up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's not all bad in the
Rooster
governor
will
world.
be
Hello,
there.
governor.
Yeah.
Some good news.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, yeah, he's gonna win that one. Okay. All right, guys. Today is a very important day. Maybe scratch that. Definitely the most important day of the year. Move over Thanksgiving, because today, November 19th, is International Men's Day. And boy, have we earned it. We really deserve Men's Day. It should be the whole month if you ask me, if not the year, but we'll take this day, I suppose. So what is International Men's Day, you ask? Not a proud boy, clearly, if you have to ask. Well, it's an annual day of celebrating men, inaugurated in 1992 by Thomas Oster of Kansas. Oster was an academic and passionate advocate for the welfare of men. His claim to fame, other than starting International Men's Day, was coming up with the quote, "Boys rule and girls drool." Yep, that was Thomas Oster of Kansas, Missouri.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good leave behind, if you ask me.
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad legacy. Back then, it was held on February 17th until 1999, when Oster gave up on the thing. Entered Dr. Jerome T. Luxing, who re-energized the movement in 1999 and moved it to November 19th, his dad's birthday, honoring the patriarch. Very classy move there by T. Luxing. Yeah.
Well, you couldn't have it on a date after a woman.
Well, no. I mean, it's got to be as far away from his mother's
obviously.
birthday as possible, right? Yeah. So it's got to be the dad's birthday, right? But what is International Men's Day? You know, like, that's like the people that started it. Well, according to Wikipedia and a really shitty International Men's Day website, it is an occasion to celebrate boys and men's achievements and contributions, in particular for their contributions to nation, society, community, family, marriage, and childcare. And how do we do this, guys?
What was the last one?
Childcare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Is this in stone or
Underrated.
Yep. And how do we do this, guys? Through the 6 pillars, those, of course, being to promote positive male role models, to celebrate men's positive contributions, to focus on men's health and well-being, to highlight discrimination against males, to improve gender relations and promote gender equality, and to create a safer, better world for... Dr. T. Luxing said of IMD, which is a little abbreviation for you of the day, "We are striving for gender equality and patiently attempting to remove the negative images and the stigma associated with men in our society. Everyone knows men have it pretty tough. So I'm glad to see some people are out there fighting for gender equality for men, and that gender equality for men is one of the 6 pillars, probably the most important pillar, if you were to ask me."
What did he have examples of the inequalities that men suffer from? Obviously,
Look around you, Will.
Okay. Well, could you give me? I mean, I see them. I know what they are, but I'd like to hear some examples. You know,
doesn't sound like you're a true follower.
Let
me ask you a question, Will.
How dare you question
you ever see a person who's got a car that you want but can't afford, and then you realize that person has a vagina?
I
That's
think it would
what I'm
be
talking about.
Well, I think it would be easier to say where there are equalities in the gender for men. I mean, we can't go.
That's a good one.
Can't go to ladies' rooms.
Well, you got to keep that ratio good. You got to keep the men at about 70-80, right?
We're not allowed to waiter at Hooters. I mean, there's
That's
all sorts
true.
of
there's one.
All sorts of inequalities going on for the men.
I wasn't allowed to. Mark and I couldn't play on the field hockey team in high school.
Actually, it was you and PFT that showed up for that. I was
trying to loop you back in because I know you didn't want to come. It's okay. It was a waste of our time anyway.
Well, the school.
Title IX.
They didn't go for it.
Title IX. Well, we got to deal with that every day. The theme for the 2020 IMD is Better Health for Men and Boys, which aims to make practical improvements to the health and well-being of the male population.
Hold on. Pat, you could be a men's rights icon. You need to lean into the shunned from field hockey storyline.
That's true.
And then you could say that it altered your life horribly, horrifically. And you
I'm
could
up for
become the
iconing.
face of International Men's Day.
You should become the face.
My number one pillar, though, is highlighting discrimination against males. So yeah, that's what I'm about. I want to
how
point.
much time you got? Yeah,
yeah, it's a dark corner. I'm gonna shine a light on it, guys, because
Okay,
it's got to stop.
If you listen to that theme, better health for men and boys, promoting well-being for the male population, sound like the boys over here at Hard Factor are all over it this year. It being the final week of the Fatathon and all, so good for us. I love having a penis, so that's awesome.
Testicles may be even better.
Yeah,
they're just as good.
I don't know any different.
Great stuff down there. So good for us. Can you play us out, Bubba?
I've seen it.
International Men's Day. Congratulations, guys.
Excellent. Yeah.
Cheers.
What deity did fucking Chuck Lorre sell his soul to, by the way? Or like he's essentially dominated programming on CBS for the last fucking 40 years, and his shows are trash. They're trash.
He's also on the board of the International Men's Day Committee.
Well, okay.
No.
Well, I don't want to disparage a man on International Men's Day. I take that back for now.
Yeah, come on.
All right, guys, we're going to go back to Seattle for this next story where a judge has just awarded a family a $10 million settlement against a federally funded health clinic because the nurse at the clinic gave the now mom, Yesenia Pacheco, a flu shot instead of what she went to the clinic for, a birth control shot. Whoa. And once Yesenia had that shot, it was game on. One thing led to another.
Different.
It's very different. One thing led to another, and Yesenia became pregnant, which, a good thing, right? Unfortunately, her daughter,
come at me. I got the shot.
The daughter that she admittedly
really get reckless with it. I mean, it's safe.
Yeah.
Show me what it would be like if I didn't get the shot. Let's play a fun little game. Try to get me pregnant. Try. You can't.
No holds barred. Unfortunately, her daughter that she admittedly did not want at the time was born with severe disabilities has obviously changed Yesenia's whole life. So U.S. District Judge Robert Lasnik last week awarded the child, who is now $7.5 million for her medical, educational, and other expenses, and gave her parents $2.5 for damages caused by this nurse's whoopsie shot.
All from the hospital?
So the hospital was I guess a low-income health clinic, federally funded. So the federal government's fitting this bill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Feds getting
$10 million.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they're calling it the suit was termed for a wrongful life or wrongful pregnancy. So this woman who is from El Salvador.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I just hope that I'm sorry that her child was born with disabilities, but I hope those disabilities include the inability to understand what is going on with their mother, because your mom winning a wrongful life suit in your favor is a real slap in the face. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's good for them though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's millions of bucks. It's great that
all of the child's medical and schooling is taken care of. But you don't want to do a quick. Yeah, you don't want to hear wrongful. I'm the wrongful life kid.
I don't think that she's going to quite grasp that concept, guys. So what happened is this woman who's from El Salvador went to the clinic for a quarterly birth shot of Depo-Provera, and the nurse the same day was just doling out flu shots, gave her this flu shot instead of that. Then bam. So like I said, from the Fox article, the girl, now 8, suffers from a birth defect known as bilateral persylvian polymicrogyria, or PMG, which she's cognitive delays, slowed speech, language skills, epilepsy, visual problems. She has an IQ of 70, so I don't think that her finding out anything is going to be a big deal as long as she's loved, right? But she'll live a normal lifespan.
70, that's like a Forrest Gump level, right?
I think she can understand things at 70.
Yeah,
she can understand wrongful life.
I don't think she's going to look into the case that hard. You know what I mean?
She can understand what love is. She may not be a smart woman, but she knows what love is.
But luckily, she's going to live a normal lifespan according to the family's attorneys. But she'll need a lot of care. But the fucked up thing is, Justice Department is asking that if it happens that she dies early, that the funds are put into a reversory trust so that the family would get all that money taken from them. The $7.5 million.
That's like a reverse mortgage.
Yeah. So
that's a crazy case.
They gotta. It's like it's kind of the darkest thing I could think of is, okay, you're not going to kill your disabled daughter, right? Like some of these fucks that like drown their kids.
Wes,
why would you?
It's true.
Wes, this is dark.
Have you not seen these fucking videos of these people like killing their disabled kids?
No, that's like something that's definitely like totally like you include that in wills, you include that in contracts for things that are like this. Usually, like we learned about it in our wills class. Like you include that to assure that like you're not trying to get the money yourself.
Right. Yeah.
I've been in a wills class since like
I just thought we steered clear of those types of stories.
I've been in a wills class since 1999.
We steer clear
of
of those? No.
No, no. All right. I guess you pick whichever story you want. It's more the thought, the offshoot thought of the story. That
anybody got an animal abuse story we can pivot to next?
Yeah.
Yes,
Tom Hanks'
please.
IQ, or I'm sorry, Forrest Gump's IQ, 75, and he was a
Pretty
war
similar.
hero, a ping pong champion, a shrimp mogul,
She can do
a
lot.
marathon runner. Come on, man.
I guess she
played-
Come on, don't come on, man, me.
I guess they won't drown her then.
He played football at the University
Mark,
of
there's a
Alabama.
reason why they're putting this trust in, and it's not for the best case scenario.
Okay. Hey guys, I have a pretty bad news one too. This isn't going to get much better. There may be a new symptom for COVID, and it's a tough one to hear, especially on International Men's Day. An anonymous 49-year-old man in Turkey tested positive for COVID after being in close contact with someone positive with COVID. Pretty close, intimately close. But he had none of the known symptoms. I mean, absolutely zero. What he did have was unbelievably swollen and painful testicles.
That's his one symptom.
Yeah, that's all he had. After testing negative for STIs, STDs, whatever you call them, and urinary tract infections, doctors were dumbfounded and said, hey, maybe the swollen plums are a rare symptom of COVID, because COVID takes hold of people in different ways after all, and there really is no explanation for this guy's mangled junk other than that. So they went. I guess
made his balls swell up, and that was it.
Yeah, Bubba can throw up a picture of
Please don't.
His
Yeah.
spermatory tract.
Oh, it's not like an actual testicle. It's like a sonogram.
No,
kind
like
What is that?
That's his spermatory tract, or his
spermatic
spermatic cord, which is just completely inflamed everywhere. So it's like he's feeling like he's passing a kidney stone at all times.
It's all clogged up.
Guess what, guys? This might not be the first known case, as a small study in China showed that 1 in 5 COVID positive people surveyed said they had swollen, painful meatballs.
Really?
So, yeah.
20% with the
20%.
swollen nuts.
Yeah. And painful. Yeah, some scientists are now concerned coronavirus may be able to enter the testicles and cause some long-term damage for guys down there. It's been widely stated that it can't be passed through sperm, but they're starting to think either maybe it can, or maybe it's like, you're getting a little oral sex on the knob and then the saliva. I don't know. It could be through the bloodstream, but they don't think so. They think it's something sexual, most likely, that gets that right into the testes. But I mean, still worth it if it's from a blowjob, right? Anyways, Dr. Hakan Azveri and colleagues said that the man's testicular pain appeared to be the first clinical sign of COVID-19. COVID-19 is a viral infection which predominantly attacks the respiratory organs. However, as in our case, patients can exhibit various symptoms in organs other than the lung, such as in genitals. They even officially reported it in their medical journal, Urology Case Reports, by doctors at Akılbadem Mehmet Ali Aydınlar University in Istanbul, Turkey. So it's officially recorded as the cause or the symptom, and that's if you're keeping score, it's coronavirus 1. That dude's junk 0.
Well, I mean, if it's according to Megalodon University,
That's right.
I've heard that's the premier institution.
Your balls got to breathe too, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's right.
It makes sense. The balls are the lungs of your groin, if you
Right.
think about it. So
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
Let the
true.
boys
The
breathe.
lungs of the groin. Interesting.
yeah,
I believe
think
it.
about it.
I'm feeling it. I feel it right now,
The
Pat.
dong is your mouth.
Was there any ovary studies? Is there ovary swelling?
No, they haven't. It's
The
International
balls
Men's Day, so
of
we
a
don't-
lady.
We don't care. It's International Men's Day, so but sadly, the man lost both testicles and half his penis. So I hope it was
Jesus.
a good blowjob.
Whoa. That
I hope it was
escalated
a good
quickly.
blowjob or sex thing that got him the testes
yeah.
coated. No, I'm just kidding. He's fine. He gave him
Oh
some.
shit!
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
woo.
They gave him some antibiotics and the pain went away in 2 days. The virus
Totally
lasted
good.
3 weeks. COVID lasted 3 weeks for him, and he's all good now. But it was a tough month for that guy. Someone in Turkey without COVID, give that guy a beacher today.
Yeah, I was thinking which half. Hopefully it was not. the
Yeah,
good
you guys
half.
fell for the half a penis thing. Yeah.
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 Hope it was the bottom half. You know?
Bottom half. It's just a head on your body.
If you're gonna pick one, you know.
Took a circular saw to it. Just cut it right down the middle.
Jesus.
Oh,
Good.
He's
I'm glad
fine.
Glad
he's fine.
okay.
Antibiotics,
Okay.
wipe it out.
All right. All right. Last one of the day. And guys, I promise before people get up in arms, this will be the last story about treasure. I do for a minute.
Whoa, why?
Whoa,
Come on.
What are you doing?
I'm going to get up in arms if you stop doing treasure
Okay.
stories.
All right. Well, okay, good. Then I'm going to keep doing them.
Okay.
It's
so
what
we're-
makes
more-
you happy, Wes.
More, it
and
does. It really does. After today, I need a treasure story.
I mean,
it's like God's
Pat
like
and
trying
Mark
to.
are still fighting for who's the pop culture guy, but
That's
you
right.
have clearly claimed
That's
you
true.
are the treasure guy.
Well, I was going to say until I get my kit, I was going to lay off it a little
I think
bit.
Pat and I have decided we're co-pop culture
Mhm.
guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Go
Nope.
pop
Yeah.
culture. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we're not posers like Wes without his kid over here talking a bunch of jargon he knows nothing
I
about.
heard-
He's never lived it out in the field. You
I
know?
heard Barbara is going to be the new ticker at Barstool.
Did you see
Brianna.
Not
the
quite.
NBA draft posted by Coley and
Is
Nick?
this the NBA draft?
Yeah. Well, you
Well,
guys are mistake.
couple
bunch of
radio
mis-
jokes
bunch
if
of
you want to
mistake-
check out our radio show.
Bunch of mistake-free guys over here.
Yeah.
All right. So,
You old man.
yeah, the brain is fading, guys. So, it's like
Oh,
God.
that's why we sent you to rehab to get the brain back.
Well, it takes a little while, Pat.
it's still growing back.
It's still growing back. So anyway, a couple bought a house in South Carolina, and that house had some built-in drawers. So the new homeowner went looking into the drawers, and guess what he found?
Treasure.
He found treasure. You guessed it.
Treasure.
To the tune of 25 grand in gold and silver coins. There they are.
Nice.
Look at that. Yeah, look at those gold coins. That's fucking exciting.
Whoa.
Jeez, what country are those from? Are those U.S.
Those are-
coins? Canadian
Those are, I
coins?
believe, those are U.S. coins. I'll get to it later of exactly what they were. Now,
blooms.
yeah, now I'm betting that the previous homeowner was one hell of a detectorist.
Yeah.
And being the wacky bunch that we are, and sometimes forgetful, he left 2 cases of treasure behind, or perhaps he was trying to give the new homeowner just a taste of how good life can be when you find treasure.
No, you
Yeah.
forgot it. For
It was
sure.
like it was like a recruiting tactic for detectorists.
That's what I'm saying. You're on.
Wow.
That's exactly where I was going,
This
Mark.
guy definitely forgot it. You don't leave it behind those coins.
Nope,
like that.
nope. It was on purpose.
He knew that, $25,000 to a guy that's been collecting treasure his whole life is not nearly as important as it is to get someone inspired
In
become-
treasure.
to become
No.
a treasure hunter.
Nah,
Yep. Exactly.
I've sold a house before. I think I'm the only one on the pod that has. It's easy to forget shit in your house.
Yeah, but
I've moved and I've not forgotten a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, what's the difference between moving? You didn't
Yeah.
have to shame us. We've
Yeah.
we've moved from house to
Yeah,
house.
I've definitely moved and collected things.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, like
What is the difference?
There's no difference. He just wanted to say it.
He just been a dick.
Yeah, he just wanted to say it.
Well,
stuff you have to leave.
if you own a house,
Yeah.
you take more
Yeah.
inventory.
When you're an adult, you know.
You know when you left something in the house.
When
You guys probably left stuff, but you're too stupid to remember what you
Right,
left.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
When you sign paperwork, you know.
Yeah. You probably have left couches and not realized it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, some stuff does convey, so you have to.
Right.
You have to have your list of what stays
Okay.
and what doesn't.
Can we
Yes,
just stop calling this treasure though? Some guy left his coins in a drawer.
It's fucking treasure, Pat. What are you talking about?
I mean, like, no, dude, this doesn't play for me. It's
Listen, when you
Why
find
you-
something,
Why are you hating on that? On
That's
this
a good
treasure
point.
story.
That's not a treasure.
it's coins.
it's like someone coming
It's
in your
gold.
backyard and be like, "Look, I found this bike. I just found it right here in this fucking backyard." With
Pat,
the
this
pin."
is
sealed.
literally
Yeah.
gold treasure.
It's treasure, Pat. Just because it didn't come in a chest and wasn't found on a map with an X on it.
When you
I
Not
know,
all
found
treasures
treasure.
come in chests.
Yeah.
You're in the coin store.
it's
It's
treasure.
weird.
Look up the
That's-
definition of treasure.
I
I
will.
bet it's
Yeah.
along the lines of this.
One man's trash.
So this guy, the homeowner, and Mark's onto this. Mark's nailed what I was thinking too. Is he's trying to recruit this guy. So this guy, his last name is new homeowner's name is Mumford. Found these coins, 46 gold Liberty $5 coins and 18 Morgan silver dollars that were made in the 1800s, and thought to himself, I was just thinking, they're not mine. They're probably a family heirloom. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure he gets them back, the original. So he took some pictures of the coins, sent them to the previous owner, to which the previous owner replied, how did it feel finding those coins?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I made that up. But to which Mumford replied,
Hey,
he's a mentor.
Coins back. I'm really glad you opened my drawer and everything, but like
a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects. Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate that.
Does that really back up your claim though? Because this is
it's a quantity of precious metals, gems.
No, I mean it's a sleeve of coins.
No, it's worth $25,000.
Okay,
show that picture again. I wouldn't call that a sleeve of coins.
That's a sleeve of coins. That is
that's
one sleeve of
haul
coins.
Is what he found. A haul of treasure.
That's right.
That is
anyway,
a sleeve of coins, like out of one book. It's just a sleeve. Like
look at
one
that treasure.
sleeve of coins out of a coin book.
In 1996, guys,
treasure book.
England passed the Treasure Act of 1996, which essentially is a finders keepers provision. It defines what treasure is, and legally obliges the finder to report their find, but makes it theirs. So,
ooh, okay,
cool.
So you just get to be like stalked your whole life for finding someone else's shit and keeping it.
Wes, you got to get that shirt.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's a shirt that says "Make Metal Detecting Great Again." It's a Calico shirt.
I got my first follow by a detectorist today. Some guy in the UK. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So anyway,
have the DM started?
No, I put out a little feeler on my tweet last night asking if it was a good kit to some metal detector news. Haven't gotten any DMs yet. I'm gonna get a little more heavier in there. But anyway, so the previous owner replied, "How did it feel finding those coins?" To which Mumford replied, "It was a rush like I've never felt before."
You already established this is all fake.
Yeah, well, okay, you ruined it. Mumford's
wife. You already
Mumford
said 3 minutes ago that this was fake.
Just go with it. You don't have to ruin it more. Okay. Mumford's wife, proving that chicks don't dig treasure hunting, this is real, said, "We really didn't know anything about the value of the coins. We really didn't care, to be honest with you. We knew they were his. Speak for yourself, sweetheart." The owner of the coin says he forgot about that particular stash. Must have been his like 8th move buying a house or something, as most of his finds were in his safe.
And he many properties.
And he would have never known if Mumford had sold the coins and gotten the money, but thanked him. And according to Mumford, when the coin's rightful owner came to get his coins, he leaned over to Mumford and whispered, now telling you what else you might find in this house. And no telling what else you might find in this house. And that is how you bring a man into the treasure hunting family.
Yeah, he just responds with coordinates, longitude and latitude.
He just took the money from him too.
And that's real. He did tell the guy, no telling what else you might find in this house.
Look, that's not getting somebody.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's pissing him off.
Why did you make treasure from
him?
Because I just had to get it. I had to, embellish it a little bit.
Huh. So he did want to inspire him.
He's absolutely. He's taunting the guy. Look, he's like, look at that treasure. No. Wouldn't that be nice?
Gave him a little taste. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Hard Factor. Thank you for listening, as always. Hopefully you find a treasure soon.
How did that guy not give him half the treasure? How did that guy not give him a piece of the treasure?
You find a treasure
soon. Remember, we're on the radio live Monday through Friday now.
Please call in about treasure hunting. Please.
Hey, DM me. I if you're out there and you're a detectorist, let's hook up.
That was like a bumper sticker from Wes, or like a quote.
Hopefully you find a treasure. That's right. All right.
That's his sign off.
Love, laugh, drink.
Waiting in the next stream.
The book of idioms from Wes on treasure hunting.
This is Wes Shepherd signing off, and hopefully you find your own treasure soon.
Maybe you'll find a pearl of wisdom.
Yeah. Dig deep and dig long. Have a great fucking day.